The Girl Scouts called me Eagle One, and you know, I didn't know anybody in Texas, but these girls, they claimed me as one of their own. But they also claimed my family. They named my husband Rob Big Eagle, my parents Mama Eagle and Daddy Eagle, my older brother Renee Eagle Hawk, but that's another story, and my beautiful 9-year-old son Michael, Little Eagle. But he's not the only little eagle. He's not the only little eagle. Our girls are little eagles too. And these little eagles are telling us what they need. They need encouragement. They need someone to tell them anything is possible, because they can. All of you I know can share a story of Girl Scouts who are doing great things. Maybe your story is about a group of 10 brownies from Worcester, Massachusetts, who, through the examples in the WOW journey, worked with their local TV station to produce and air PSAs that educated their community on water conservation. Or maybe your story can be taken from the amazing girls that we've seen this week here in Houston. They are leading the nation in making the world a better place, one project at a time. But I want to tell you about a young lady I met in San Antonio, because the teens in our council came to me and said, Eagle One, you need to help us bring more teenage girls into our system, and you need to retain us as well. So they created a program, a new pathway called Gamma Sigma Girls. And it was targeted toward high school girls that didn't have the opportunity to be Girl Scouts in their younger years. And in that program, Irene saw things she had never seen before. She was so energized, and even though she was a senior, she felt that she could give back to her community. And she was a positive force in her school. She did everything she could to help her Girl Scout sisters. Irene is a bright girl who has unfortunately faced some challenges. And at the end of the year, of the Girl Scout year, I learned that through all of this, Irene, since the age of 9, had been homeless. And since the age of 14, had been in 12 schools. Now, even with all of this going against her, she felt she had found a home with Girl Scouts. She felt she was in a safe environment with other girls to help other people change the world. As a Girl Scout, Irene has blossomed. She's doing amazing things in her community. She graduated in the top 10 of her graduating class. And she now goes across the country to talk to other teens and children about the ability to express your views, to live through barriers, and make a difference to others. She's created a close-knit friend group at school, and I don't think we can ever underestimate the importance of what our program and Girl Scouts meant to her and to other girls. She used to wake up every day at 5 a.m. to get to school, ride an hour and a half on the bus just to see her Girl Scout sisters. Today, Irene is a freshman at Texas State University in San Marcos. She's the first in her family to graduate from college, and she is here with us today. Irene, would you please stand? I am in awe of her and the thousands of girls she represents. She is really an important part of our history. Now, forever, we will have a lifelong circle of friends. There are 10,000 of us here today in this room alone. What breaks my heart and keeps me moving forward is that Irene was almost never a Girl Scout. Because of limited funds, she almost was unable to become a member of our organization. And there are millions of girls outside our movement just like Irene, because of lack of funding, not enough volunteer support, have yet to join our movement. Those girls are the ones I worry about the most, the ones who need us. These are the girls that literally keep me up late at night, but motivate me to wake up in the morning to keep going. That is why I took on this important yet daunting role. Like Irene, I too face obstacles, but Girl Scouts gave me the hope to push through them, and I wanted to make sure our important work continued. Right now, Girl Scouts reaches about 10% of the girls in our country, and that is not enough. Today, there is a girl out there who is searching for a place where she feels at home. Do you see her? Somewhere in this country, there is a teenager who really needs the guidance and confidence that she can gain through Girl Scouts. Can you hear her? We need to reach out to these girls. We need to let them know we're here for them. To do that, we need to turn ourselves outward and address the world about our movement. In the next 100 years, because we are experts at mobilizing a grassroots organization, we can unite our members to make a difference. Now, let's ask the world to imagine their communities without Girl Scouts. Imagine the thousands of food drives, clothing and toy collections that would never take place not for Girl Scouts. Imagine the hundreds of thousands of hours spent on take action projects to plant trees, adopt pets, and build gardens, projects that would have never happened if not for Girl Scouts. And the most terrifying of all, imagine this world without Girl Scout cookies. We need to step forward and shout from the rooftops. The time is now, the time is right. The question of female leadership has moved onto the front pages. There is enormous and growing understanding of what it can mean for women to really play a role in leading our society. And there is greater and greater awareness of the benefit of teaching girls to lead so that they can be the leaders in their lives no matter what they do. Now, I'm not just talking about executives or judges or scientists. I'm also talking about the women that go out and get their degrees so they can stay home and raise their children. Any girl deserves a chance to be what she wants to be, because that is her choice. That's something, thank you. That's something we give girls, and they know it. Why do you think Irene woke up at 5 a.m. so she could tolerate a long bus ride to go to a Girl Scout meeting? Because, my friends, we have something precious. We are something precious. The world is waiting for a leader to step forward in the name of girls and women. We are that leader. With 3 million members in the United States, 10 million sisters worldwide, and 50 million alumni, we are bigger than we recognize. We are turning 100 years old, and the eyes of the world are upon us. So let's show them what we've got. Let's tell everybody about it. We're going to stand up and say, this is who we are, and this is who we are not. This is what we are going to say to the country and the world. Girl Scouts is developing the female leaders of tomorrow with the courage, confidence, and character they will need to help make this world a better place. This is what we're going to say to parents. Girl Scouts will open the doors of possibilities for your daughter or your niece that life has to offer, and we will provide them with the leadership skills they need to navigate their own path to success. And this is what we're going to say to the girls. We are proud to renew our promise to you. The recognition you receive for making things better in your school, in your place of worship, in your community, all contribute to the lifting up of your voices to signal a brand new day for an impatient world waiting for the goodness you bring. We know that you are capable, you are strong, you are smart, you're beautiful, you are bold. Your family recognized your greatness as soon as they called you by your name for the very first time. Julia recognized it as soon as she called you by your name. She called you Girl Scout. You must know that your time is now. Our time is now. So here's what I want from everybody in this room here today. Will you help me? Will you be the force that propels this movement further than even Juliet could imagine? Will you? Yes. Will you tell your story so that we are no longer the best kept secret? Yes. Will you raise your voices so that all girls can raise theirs? Well, to paraphrase Juliet Gordon-Low, we've got something for the girls of Houston and all of America and all of the world, and we are going to start today. Thank you.